Marcatelli.
Hey, Dwayne, you've been with Cliff a couple of different stops now, and when you've seen teams go through these tough shooting stretches, what makes him so good about helping you get through it? What is his message to kind of stay the course?
Simply telling us that this is the NBA. Guys don't make every shot. You're being defended by the best players. You're playing against the best players. And you simply just gotta keep getting your repetition and keep shooting the ball. Every team at some point throughout this season is going to have shooting slumps. Every player probably will have a shooting slump, every team. And he just simply encourages us to keep playing hard, keep shooting the ball, and shots are going to fall. And that's just what we got to do.
Dan Savage.
Dwayne, as you look at this Bucks team that you guys will face tonight, what are some of the keys that you guys are focusing in on, and what are some of the priorities in order to get a victory against them tonight?
Honestly, the main key is, as we all know, is Giannis. Just not letting guys play one-on-one with him. He's a big-time player, and single-handedly can win a game if we just let him keep getting around the basket. So our goal is to just try to limit him in transition, for one, because he's a beast in transition, and then try to limit him in a half court of just getting down here, attacking guys one-on-one and having that help. If we can do that, if we could play the defensive principles that we know we can play, and when we have played our defensive principles the right way, we've won big games, some games, and that's what we want to come out and do. Just play our defensive principles right, try to get some stops and get out in transition and get some early offense and play from there.
Dan, back to you.
Dwayne, you touched on it a little bit right there, but when your guys' high pick and roll defense and perimeter defense is playing at its highest potential, how much does that open up the offense in transition and help with the shooting and all that, because you guys are getting some easier baskets?
Yeah, I mean, it helps a lot, honestly. Any team that, can get stops and high pick and rolls and just get a chance to get out and run is going to help a lot. With our team, especially, we got guys that can get out in transition and it can be a one-man show if we get stops. And that's the type of baskets we need to win, certain big games like this one for sure. So we just got to get some stops, try to get out and get in transition early. And then if they shut that down, we know we have a half-court offense. It's going to be a matchup problem, we feel like, for Vooch always. He's a guy that can, both flare and roll. So, and on top of that, he's a great passer. So we just got to follow the game plan. We'll be fine.
Josh Cohen.
Hi, Dwayne. When you were playing in Charlotte and an opponent of the Magic, did you realize how good Vooch was as far as how skilled he is? Obviously you play him a few times a year the last few years, but now that you're a teammate of his, does this stand out even more, just how talented he is?
Yeah, it actually does. Honestly, I never had a big that can, do everything that he can do. And like you said, playing in Charlotte, I never really could see how good he was, but being here and actually getting a chance to play with him, like he's far from a selfish guy. He's a guy that just wants to win. He's a guy that try to make the right plays all the time. And in that aspect, everybody in this organization believes in him. And me just getting here, I believe in him. I feel like he can, single-handedly win us some games for sure. And we just got to play through him. But like you said, coming here, man, it definitely opened my eyes to how good he is for sure.
Josh Robbins.
Yeah, hey, Dwayne. You've been really versatile this year in the sense that you started at the 3, you've started at the 2, I believe. For those of us who aren't basketball geniuses, can you just explain what the biggest difference is between playing those two positions, even though they're both on the wing?
Honestly, who you're guarding. I think the biggest difference is who you're guarding on the other end. Night in and night out. It's some amazing 2s in this game. It's some amazing 3s in this game. But honestly, it's no difference on the offense end. It's just on the defense end. It's just who you're guarding.
Paul Casanova.
Yeah, hi. Can you give us a sense of what practices are like? I know you don't get a chance to do a whole lot of practices, but do they get intense still, or give us a sense of what they're like?
We try to ramp it up, just to get ourselves going. I mean, honestly, right now it's probably hard for everybody to practice just because how games are set up. Everything so every other night or back to back. So it's going to be a lot less limited practice. But when we do practice, we just try to lock in and get something out of it because, like you said, it's not that many practices. It's not that much time we have to prepare, for the next situation. Honestly, it's been a lot of like film, and trying to learn from that point. But when we do step on the floor, we try to get a little bit out of, what we're preparing for. Sorry.
Dan Savage.
Dwayne, you guys will wear your City Edition uniforms tonight, the white and orange ones. I'm curious if you've gotten a chance to look at them, and if so, what your thoughts are on those jerseys.
My first time seeing them would be tonight, so I'm excited for them. Honestly, I'll be a lot more happy if we can come out with a win in them. So this will be my first time seeing them, so I'm excited as you guys are.
We have time for a couple more questions for Dwayne. We'll go to Dante Marcatelli.
Hey, Dwayne, the way this team shoots the basketball, how much pressure does that put on a defense? And what's going to be key just defending them on the perimeter and really even inside of that?
The key is on defending them on the perimeter is we just got to stay in our help spots, honestly. We tend to, in the games that we have left, we tend to wander off and leave a guy on a one-man island, and we can't do that. We have to stay in our help spots, and if we do that, we'll be fine. The way we shoot the ball is fine. And the way they play the defense, and the way they play defense is they're gonna leave us to shoot a lot of threes. I think Utah against them just made like 23 or 22 threes or something like that. So if we can come out and have our guys hot from the start, we'll be fine. We got some good shooters. We just gotta get repetition, and we got some guys that stayed after the day after our walkthrough and got some good repetition in. So honestly, tonight we should come out and be looking to hit a lot of threes. That's the goal.
Josh Robbins.
Dwayne, I know the season is only a month and a half old, actually, since the start of training camp, but I'm curious whether you've gotten a sense as to which of your teammates are the most vocal leaders off the court.
Off the court?
Yeah. Or both, either off the court or on the court.
I would definitely say Michael Carter-Williams for sure is one. Terrence is one, AG is one, Evan is one. I mean, we got multiple guys that and I don't even look at it as like being vocal. That's just guys that want to win. They're gonna talk because they want to win. They simply just don't want to lose, and I'm with it. Like, me being my first year, it's not, like you said, it's only been a month in, so I try not to say too much because those guys been here a while. But when they talk, I listen, I dial in, and everybody else does too. And that's what I think makes us so much of a team. It's just because when somebody's talks and somebody is really speaking and saying what should we be doing in this situation or that situation, other guys listening, we try to apply it right then and there.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dwayne. We appreciate it.